Hello Zion, it's been easy coming at you again this fine Monday. So I do have a couple slides that as usual I do want to share with you. So let's get to it. Of course, right? If you watch the video, he conducted more like 60 something strikes, more than Russia has conducted this year. Can you even imagine? As far as I know, Russia has conducted about half, 30 something strikes. He's busy. He has an itch, and he has found a place where he can, vent, I guess, because this is nothing less than that, right? What possible interest could they have in Somalia as the Americans? Hmm? To justify success, it wasn't a success. We know that it is not a success. I don't know who are you fooling, but again, maybe there are some Magi people still under delusions, right? Bacterial levels, huh? My prayers go out there to the Afrikaners. I hope you come back stronger. They say literally meet face to face. I think face to face is enough. The literally part, again, the axis of evil, right? They have to frame it. Look at what is going on over here. Of course, they have to target it on, right? Because he's NATO. Like they say, you can't be pro-NATO, anti-West. No. Right? Yeah, we've been knowing what Monsanto been doing, Veritasium. We've been knowing. I don't know what have you been doing, but and this one here is crazy. You can read for yourself. Right? I'm interested to see how this is going to unfold. Right? I'm interested to know who's guilty. And I'm interested to know if Saudi Arabia is going to take responsibility. Genuinely. Because I know it wasn't the Saudis. How do I know? Yeah, we shall find out. All I want is, like they said, justice. And of course, this is not okay. This has happened over and over, over and over, over and over. Of course, it's a machine. And this machine has been fed black people for a long, 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 long time. And now the greed has risen. The belly has grown larger. And it's going to start consuming white fathers too. And now we're going to have that discussion that people have been avoiding for years because of, I don't know, race or something, right? Black people are criminals, huh? Biggest betrayal. Are you kidding me? How did the Ukrainians, the entire people of Ukraine, betray one guy? He betrayed them by going into this war, by the backing of the guy above there, Trump, one of them. Of course, they have to talk. Turkey versus Israel. The supply, global supply chain disruption. You see this same excuse they used to attack Yemen back then. Yeah, I've been following up what is unfolding over there in the Congo. And as usual, since the last time I really covered their whole battle situation, there are still people who are being bought on both sides of the liberation force, quote unquote. Right? FRDC, there are people who are being bought, and of course some Wazalendo are being bought, and now there are fights erupting, like in gunfights. Now will be the time to nip this in the bud, right? Because somebody is cooking something. Paying attention to that, right? They have no track record, and just for the record, we do remember them pulling out a whole protest, right? Pulling out a whole protest to basically support rape of prisoners, right? They feel it is justified. Of course, I did call upon this a long time ago, right? That these people are planning to relocate, and wherever land they land in, there's gonna be trouble in there. Believe me, right? So where did this start? Let's cover the basics, right? How did this situation unfold? It started with the protests in the university pertaining to the Palestinian issue. This is where it started. And then some officials started to call upon university to boycott said protests, peaceful protests. And then it evolved into international students, that we do not want to accept international students. They started deporting and chasing all the Palestinian or Arabs, basically Africans, everyone. And then it was time for the Chinese. This is how this situation evolved. If you want to confirm it, please do. Right? This is why this happened. And you're going to lose even more. And it's fine. It's a good thing. Of course, I'm yet to, as if $5,000 is okay. Okay, you know. Well, this is the zoo, right? And India, welcome to the zoo, where you get to fight, right? None of that pacifist stuff or neutral stuff. No, you gotta stand for your interests, because your interests are the interests of the entire world. We all want the same thing. Then why are we in conflict right now? That's what's mind-boggling, isn't it? Well, again, like I said, they knew this was coming, they knew this existed, and the only way they could nip it in the bud was to exile anybody who was sympathetic to the Palestinians. It's the same thing with the DEI. It's the same thing with the DEI. Right? Now people are finding out DEI equals Israelis. That's what DEI equals right now. Back then it was discussion about, I don't know, employment and the conditions of employment, basically, and how the system were to figure out who to take and who not to take, right? And it seemed that some groups were, I don't know, getting some advantages that really did not exist. And as per the statistics which I done brought here, we knew that even back then DEI benefited more and more women who came from the white people. Those were the beneficiaries, the majority. But they spin it, and now everybody lost. Only one group gets it now. Congratulations. Right? So anyway, I didn't really want this one to be a long video. I just wanted for us to update each other, right? And most importantly, catalog and explore how situations spin for the benefit of a very specific group, right? And there is a Muslim scholar who makes videos, right? I think you know him. He made a very interesting video the other time. I shall try to find it and link it. And basically he was saying that the world, or basically the Western world, the Americans included, are basically scapegoating the Israelis for their atrocities, right? Talking about, we refer to this, right? They say they're doing their dirty work, right? They're saying that we need to support these people because they're doing our dirty work. And I think that's true. And he went far to even say that how comes, right, that most of these enslaved people, even in America, their last names are not anything close to the names of those people in the Middle East over there, right? And he said that this is a track record, and of course, I agree with that, right? I agree with that. Right? This is a whole situation, right? And like I said in the last video, right, this is like in the pinnacle, right? The pinnacle of colonialism, so to speak, right? And it's a disaster, it's a mess. So they're gonna use them to do whatever they wanna accomplish, and it's nothing less than world domination, brothers and sisters. Believe me, it's nothing less than world domination. But anyway, let me sign off here. Prince Easy, love you, bye.